Hello and welcome back to Extra Astrology, my favorite extra astrologists. I hope you guys are doing well today. I hope you're feeling blessed. And today we're just going to do a nice, simple reading about all things your soulmate. So, anything that comes to me in general about your soulmate is what I'm going to pick up with on this reading. And we're just going to go with intuition and all that jazz that Pisces season brings. Um, if you guys would like to become a member through Patreon, check that out. It's only $3 a month and you get exclusive content. And also, guys, check out the website Extra Astrology that started it all. But today we're just going to get right into it. These are all the groups. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. So you guys just go with what you feel intuitively, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Alright, group 1. All things soulmate. Let's just check it out. What are the vibes that we're feeling in terms of soulmate? So we have you're on your way to meeting your true love. Never give up on something you really want. Instinct. Ancient healing wisdom. The world tree. And I believe this might be the Emperor. Okay, so group 1, already what I'm feeling in terms of your soulmate is that this person is someone who is linguistically gifted. This is somebody who is very wise and intellectual and knows what they're talking about. So I'm picking up on a lot of Gemini energy. This person is also someone who never takes no for an answer. So I'm picking up on a lot of charm, someone who's very charming, someone who, pushes the boundaries. And so a little bit of Aries energy is popping up here. I'm also seeing that this person kind of will represent someone who guides you and helps you and moves you along. So they could kind of be the guiding force in your life that changes your life and shows you the complexities of the world and a lot of different diverse types of ways of living. So that's also what I'm picking up. I'm seeing that you're going to instinctually know this person or know your soulmate when you see them upon first glance. So when you first meet your soulmate, it's going to be like it zaps into your body. Or some of you could have already met your soulmate and you already know it, you know, just off rip. But once you meet them, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be like it's gonna be like what is it, that K drama, like a K drama or something like really dramatic where it hits you like a bolt of lightning and it's gonna feel intense. Like just upon the first meeting, you're gonna feel like this is the person. You're not gonna question anything. It's gonna be like, bum, yeah, that's them. Um, and I'm also seeing that you and this person are going to push each other in ways that you have never been pushed before. And so that's in, a positive reference, and that's also in sometimes a bit of toxic reference. So this person knows how to get under your skin, like during an argument. So if you've ever been in an argument with someone and they know exactly what things to say to rile you up, they know your insecurities, they know what stings, then this is definitely what your soulmate represents in terms of like the negative aspects. But that you and this person are also like, you know, you're so romantically enveloped, but you're also like I'm sensing just like a deep friendship there too. So like an honest like best friend, we can joke around with each other, we have fun with each other. There's this openness and this willingness to go out and get more with each other. And this person's also going to show you that there's more to life than what you think. Like they're going to point out in you that you have the potential to be anything and anyone that you want to be. It kind of reminds me of like this song by The Weeknd. I don't know what's the song like. Dang, I forgot. Maybe it's As You Are or something. Kind of giving me that vibe of like them using you or utilizing you as a muse and like blowing you up to be this person. That might put pressure on you guys. It might make you feel like, oh my gosh, like this is a bit too much. Am I, you know, worthy of this praise? Am I worthy of being like noted as this person in this person's eyes? And can I keep up with this? Can I keep up with what they think I am? Am I this person? Kind of like how Kim Kardashian was to Kanye, where he like blew her up to be something that maybe was too much pressure, but also fulfilled her need for attention. Whereas with you guys, what I'm sensing is that you guys don't desire that type of attention. You don't desire like attention on all um in all ways. Like, it's nice to be told by your partner that you're this, you're that, you're beautiful, that, and the other. But to be put on a pedestal is a bit intense and it can be slightly draining. And so, even though this person is your soulmate, I'm not necessarily picking up on this being a lifelong relationship. Like, I'm not really sensing that this is going to be something that lasts for the long haul, but you guys will always be in each other's lives. And I'm just seeing that this person will probably be the parent to your child. So you guys will procreate and have a connection through that. And then you'll see that you function better as like co parents and as friends than you do necessarily as romantic partners. And you're probably, in my opinion, like, do you guys know like those couples who they get divorced and somehow they like live really nicely afterwards, and go out to dinners and have really deep connections with each other's new significant others? That's what I'm picking up with this relationship. Like, you guys are connected to each other in ways that are so like intrinsic and everything, but it doesn't work as a full-blown relationship because you just push each other too much. And the thing is, like, I'm hearing that you're going to be the one that doesn't want to call it quits. You're going to be the one that doesn't want to like pull the wool over your eyes and really like accept that it's not going to work. But your soulmate's going to be like, it's just, come on, like, I can see past it. I'm smarter than that. I know what's going on. Like, within my soul, I know that this is not the most healthy dynamic and I don't think it's gonna last. And that's okay. And then you guys kind of come to that resolution, and you understand that like just because you can't be together in that way doesn't mean that you can't somehow still have a connection to one another. And so that's what I'm picking up with you, group one. So I might pull some more cards to just give more clarity on it. Let's just go ahead and do that, because guys, I've got some new cards that are pretty cute and cool. So let's see what this says. It says, in the end, you tried and you cared. Sometimes that is enough. And yeah, that totally represents what this relationship is that you guys will have put your all into each other, and you're going to feel like nobody on this earth knows you better than this person. And so the desire to keep it going really is based in the years, because I'm hearing that you're going to spend years with this person, and the connection and the openness and the vulnerability that you shared with one another that you've never shared with anyone else. And so you feel like, well, if I've done this, can I do this again? Is there any possibility that I can have another relationship that is on this level? And there is. And sometimes you just have to like put the towel up, or what is it, like throw in the towel and just say, I did my best and it is okay. I did not fail at this. And so that's what I see for you, group one. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Okay. Group two. This is kind of just like a reading on what I feel concerning my feelings and my sentiments on what your soulmate or who your soulmate is. Guys, please don't mind the sounds in the background. That's like the battery from something and I need to change it. But yeah, so we're just gonna get right into it. Don't mind it. And where does the power come from? It comes from within. You want a person who comes into your life by accident, but stays on purpose. Generations. Invocation, that was in reverse. The Hidden Man. And we have the King of Swords, but in reverse. Okay, so from the energy that I'm picking up, group two, I'm seeing that this person and you come across one another in a very like off the grid, random way. So this isn't something that happens, planned. You're not introduced to this person. You literally meet this person off the cuff randomly. I'm sensing that this is probably due to them kind of messing up something of yours. So they could like have dropped something on your um, paper, or somehow they've messed up something of yours. And I'm picking up on a lot of like Mercury retrograde vibes. So I'm hearing that you could meet this person during Mercury retrograde. You guys could come into contact with one another during Mercury retrograde. So have that in mind, okay? And I'm seeing that this happens during a time when you do not want to meet someone, when you're not enveloped, or you don't desire to have a relationship, or you don't desire to have any type of like, you don't care about sex, you don't care about any of that stuff. And this person kind of pops up, and it feels like you've known another forever. Like not even for a while. I'm talking about like you feel like you've known this person like since birth, since the Genesis. Like you're so like connected to each other. And so I'm hearing that maybe there's some past life involvement with one another, and there just also seems like there's like unfinished business with each other, which is so odd because you've never, prior to, not, you haven't met them. So it's really odd. But once you guys start talking, once you start getting into each other's lives, you feel like and in some ways it's like they're a mirror to you. So things that you've experienced, they've experienced. I mean, the life that they've led, you've led. So you see like synchronicities in your lives. So it's really interesting how you connect so quickly because you feel like you've gone through the same things that I've gone through. And there's this like kinship and this like latching onto each other that's going to happen fairly quickly because you've never really met someone who totally understands nor gets your personal experiences. So that's also just like how things are going to go with them. And I'm just hearing that you find this person to be very, very beautiful, but in a very like youthful way. And it's almost like they're so pure that you don't want to like corrupt them. Not that there's anything about you that's corrupt in any way, but it's just like you feel like this person is so like dainty and special and sweet and not like messed up, or hasn't been invaded by the structures of society. And you're like, wow, I found a diamond in the rough. Like you're like, I need to hold on to them because they're so special and so clean and beautiful. And I'm just picking up on a little bit of like Piscean energy, or maybe even the opposite sign within Virgo, like you, or in Libra, some Libra energy as well. But it's like when you meet them, you it's so familiar and it's so comfortable, and you value that. So I'm picking up that maybe you may have a Venus in Cancer. What I've noticed a lot with people who have Venus in Cancer is they love comfortability. They love a partner that is, you know, just someone who reminds them of home and who makes them feel safe. And so, a lot of people who have Venus in Cancer, people might judge them and be like, why are you with him or her? Like, they're not even like on your level. They're not this, they're not considered attractive, whatever. And like, that person doesn't care because they feel safe with them. And so that's what I'm picking up with you, is that there's this safeness that you search for, and your soulmate has that safeness and that sweetness and that tenderness, and they're also very dependable. And I just see this being like a super fruitful relationship. It's not one that is like built in toxicity. I see you kind of being protective of your soulmate, you wanting them to be okay, because you feel like people just like want to use and manipulate them. And you're just like very conscientious of that. And I see this dynamic between the two of you where it's like you might be the pessimist a little bit and they're the optimist. And it's like, oh, like, oh my god, like you're always like trying to warn them off of something and being like, people are not as nice as you think they are. Okay, chill out. I want you to be safe. Like there's this kind of warning energy about you that is really like sweet and like not built in toxicity at all. It's not like you don't want them to hang out with people because you're a jealous like creep or anything. It's just like off of pure protection and wanting them to be safe because you know like the dangers of the world. Um and then I'm just seeing like you creating a beautiful family dynamic with them and really staying together for life. I don't really see this ending at all. I see this being a long, beautiful relationship. Something kind of like, I don't know if you guys are like familiar with Paul Newman and his wife Joanne Woodward, famous like old Hollywood actors and actresses. And Paul Newman was an Aquarius sun, and Joanne was a Pisces sun. And if you look at their charts, it's really interesting because like their charts line up so fascinatingly. But like they if you look through time, right, which I really love and value about them, is if you look through time, you can see how they grew together through the years. And I think that's the one beautiful thing about being in a relationship with someone for like years upon years upon years is that you can look back and see like the moments that you had with them. And there's something really sweet and sentimental about that. And that's the story that I see with you, group two, and your soulmate. Like, I see that. So, let me pick out one more card for some clarification. Just a little clarification. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So, for me, what that's pointing out, guys, in terms of your soulmate, is that you're going to be someone who wants to or who does bring in the reality more in terms of the relationship. um I'm hearing that you're going to have more of a logistical side to things, and your partner might have like more of a fairy tale, oh what, like delusional kind of air to them. So you're going to be the one that kind of like brings the solidarity and the reality to us situations and helps them off the ground when they can't really take things or are overwhelmed. And that's what I'm seeing for you, group two. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Alrighty, group three. This is kind of just everything that I feel intuitively about your soulmate, and we're just gonna move right into the video. So we have souls that belong to each other will always find their way back. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Movement, breathe, decision. Okay, so group three, automatically, what I'm picking up in terms of your soulmate is that there is going to be basically this kind of Two of Pentacles energy, or two of just like the juggling of two relationships involving one person that is your soulmate. And you're going to be kind of forced to choose between two types of ways of life. I'm seeing that you and your soulmate are intrinsically different in terms of how you view the world, in terms of your morals, in terms of how you grew up, and that's going to basically be the conflict between you two that keeps you separate. And I kind of just see this tale, right? Because this is like a continuous tale in a lot of relationships. um and even in like, classically cheesy films like rom-coms that I indulge in all the time. I love a good rom-com. But it's kind of like the choice between, I don't know if you guys know about the famous actress like Sophia Loren, one of my favorite actresses of all time. She basically, I think, was in a relationship with Gary Clark Gable, or not Clark, someone else, Cary Grant, I think, and another person who Carlo Ponti or something, and she's from Italy. And she basically had to choose between like marrying uh what the famous actor, and choosing between like the guy who is from Italy and who had invested in her and who was older and just kind of she felt more at home with, and she ended up choosing the one from Italy. And I see just like that pattern here with you, where it's like you and your soulmate have this deep seated connection. There is this attraction, there is this like um this funness, this lightness, but then there's also this like, well, I don't want this and this and this, and we're not going to be able to compromise on certain things because we are just so different from one another. And people like to say that opposites attract, but in reality, similarities are really what keep people together. And that's what I'm seeing with you, is that you're going to have to juggle between this person, and you're gonna end up choosing the person who more aligns with your morals. But it's going to feel like you might have missed out on something, or you're always going to think about, as you get older, the thought of being with this person, what life would have been like. And that's kind of going to be an ever looming or over looming kind of theme in your life. You know, as time moves on, you have children, that and the other. It's not that you're not going to be happy. You will be happy, but it's just going to be like, well, what would have life been like? Kind of like the grass is greener on the other side. What would it have been like if I did this, if I did that, if I stayed with this person? You know, if I would have given it a chance. But the thing is, guys, is that you can resolve yourself of that guilt or that confusion, because you did give it a chance. And when you saw like the differentiation between what you believe and what this person believes, and how you think and what they think, you just saw how it was going to play out, and it wasn't going to play out good. And you are correct in that assessment. And so don't feel any type of way. The time that you've had with this person is valuable, and you'll, have the photos and the sentiment to always think about. And I'm also hearing that as you get older, when you get older, um, I'm hearing that your significant other, um, might pass away before you. I mean, I'm not trying to put that in the air, but that's what I'm picking up on. So don't take this too literally. But or somehow there's going to be a divide there, and then you and your soulmate could connect later on in life. Okay, so I'm also picking up on that type of energy. And I'm just seeing that you're going to be doing a lot of traveling together. You both, kind of enjoy the art of like living the most clean that you can. I'm hearing a lot about being health conscious, a lot about, caring about the way in which you take care of your body, how you take care of the environment, and that's like something that you actually get along about. And so your guys' is like passion in terms of like desiring to help others and, you know, assist others in achieving their dreams and being a positive light and ray of sunshine for other people is what has brought you together. Um, but the thing is, you're just so different in terms of certain morals, and neither of you is. You're both so stubborn, so you're not gonna give up. You're not gonna. Neither of you is gonna compromise, right? So it's just gonna be like one on another, and there's never going to be like a yes, So that's what's gonna drive you apart. And I just think that in the end, you will find your way back to one another, but it's going to take literally your whole life to do that. And that's fine, because you will lead an amazing life with your partner. Um, and it's going to be full, and it's going to be awesome. So don't feel bad about that. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm picking up for you, group three. Let me just get one more card for clarification. Okay. All right. Oh, we got a long one. Okay, so According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate beings, condemning them to spend their lives in search of their other halves. Wow. So that's crazy. We are speaking about soulmates, and that came up. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this search for you, uh, for the both of you, who are honestly mere opposites, but also so much alike, is going to happen later on in life, after you've already met each other in your youth. So, yeah, guys, that's what I pick up for you, Group 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys like the new cards. I think they're really cute. And that's it.